Welcome to Business World. I'm your host Siddharth, and today we are joined by Mr. P.B. Venugopal, who is the president of Lexus India. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello, how are you? Nice to see you during this tough times. It's always better to catch up face to face, but we understand the complete challenges. And so, this is a new normal. Let's connect through virtual media and keep interacting and bring in positivity to the entire community.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So let's start this conversation with now the biggest topic right now is COVID-19. So how has COVID-19 actually impacted the industry and Lexus India in particular?
Yeah, before we talk about the COVID impact specifically to the auto industry and Lexus India, let me share a few thoughts from my end. The COVID impact is a pandemic which has affected the entire globe. Any previous crisis, whether it was a natural disaster, it was limited to a particular geography. But this particular COVID impact is across the length and breadth of our entire globe. And we are fighting it together. And I'm sure we will face all these challenges and we'll come out of it very positive. Coming specifically to India, yes, this has caused a lot of impact, especially to the common people. And we are all together doing our bit to support them. And what we foresee is we have to look at it more from a mid to long term period. And we always are very confident about the India's future. And even though there is a bigger impact, especially to the auto industry, and more particular the luxury car market, the impact is much higher than the passenger car market. So we will have to evaluate all our business plans. But from Lexus India point of view, we are staying committed because we are investing from a mid to long term point of view, and we see a great future in our country. One more reason that we see this kind of confidence is about the young population that we have and also the growth of the high net worth individuals. Currently, our country's luxury car market is contributing only to 1.2% of the passenger car market. But if you see in developed countries or developing countries, the percentage is increasing to 4% to close to about 10%. And that is the forecast that we have. And when we came into India 3 years back, so that was the hypothesis. So we stay committed in India from a mid to long term point of view.
So, two questions. So, firstly, we like to share the number of units that you have sold till date in the last 3 years, and going forward, what is your target? Also, is the buying pattern changed? Are your customers shying away from going to dealership outlets because of the panic created by the COVID?
So Lexus is all about the people's business. So a little bit of history. Lexus philosophy is to create amazing guest experience and building lifetime relationship with our guests. And from that perspective, we really don't chase volumes, but it is for us, every customer is very important. In fact, we call our customers our guests, taking quoting from our Lexus covenant. We treat every customer like a guest in our own home. So if you look at our guest experience centers, which we have in Delhi, Mangalore and Mumbai, these are not automobile dealership, but these are guest experience centers, which is. And before the COVID, we had our guests coming into the experience center just to have a cup of coffee with the Lexus relationship managers. That is a kind of relationship that we built. And yes, the current situation has caused a little bit of panic. It's definitely a dampener, but we have been connecting with our guests through the virtual medium and supporting them for all their needs, after sales needs, and we are even supporting through our roadside assistance. But since we started, the guest experience started operational from the 18th of May in different parts of the country, we have definitely seen that the kind of confidence that we have given to our guests, yes, we are seeing the guests coming in and we are also visiting their place of work or their residence to either support them in service or offer the test drive experience. So what we are doing to make our guests more comfortable is the safety and health is our topmost priority, and we are doing everything that is possible so that we do not compromise on this safety and health aspect, not only for our guests but for our own employees. So we have taken measures about fumigation, sanitation, and we prepare every vehicle before a test drive experience. We follow the government guidelines, we do the social distancing. And if you look at the guest behavior, based on the new normal, this new normal is also not very static. It is actually dynamic. This keeps shifting with the changing times and the challenges that we face. So there is a more digital experience that is coming in. So Lexus being in the people's business, our focus has always been on human-centric digital experience that we are offering it to our guests. So during the last 3 months, we have been focusing on the digital initiative. We titled the campaign as the Hope Initiative. This Hope Initiative is all about we can, we will, to give positivity. So we divided this into 3 phases. The first phase is to actually empathize. The second phase is to actually engage. And third phase is to actually encourage. So we started with our Lexus relationship managers and our guests. So we have communicated, for example, we had the podcast series by Gladwell Maxwell, and it has been well received from our guests. This talks about the journey of Lexus in Japan and also touring about the hospitality, learning about the hospitality of Japan. That is a culture which we also follow at Lexus, which we call it the spirit of Omatanashi. In India, we call it Atithi Devo Bhava. The spirit of Omatanashi is actually anticipating the guest needs and treating them as guests in our own home. So with this philosophy, even though the guest coming into our showrooms has been a bit of a dampener during this period, but we are very confident with the kind of messaging through the digital platform that we are interacting with our guests. It gives them enough confidence for them to come back to our guest experience centers.
Okay, so because of the COVID, are your distribution and also your launch plans getting delayed? If no, are they on track? If you can talk about the product launches that you're planning to have, the dealership expansion, where are all, like, is it tier 2 or tier 3 cities? If you can talk about that.
We launched the brand in March 2017. We have been in the country for the last 3 years. 31st of January this year was a very important announcement from our side, where we announced the local production of ES in India and also the LC Coupe. And we also announced our plans for expansion. And as we say that we are very committed for the Indian market, so there is no change in our expansion plans. Currently, we have guest experience centers in Delhi, Bangalore, and Mumbai, and 7 authorized service corners, where we are now announced the expansion in Chandigarh, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Kochi. So there are no change in the expansion plans because we are very confident that these 7 cities where we already have our authorized service corners, we have our guests already in these markets, and these markets contribute to a majority of the luxury car market. And so we are continuing with that expansion plans. And from the product perspective, we already have the complete range already in India. So if you look at the sedans, we have the entry-level executive sedan, the ES, which is now made in India, and also the luxury sedan, which is the top end of the sedan. And then we also have on the SUV portfolio, we have the NX, which is the entry level, the RX, and then also the LX. And from our product portfolio, most of our products are self-charging hybrid electric vehicles, except the LX. So taking this particular situation, I read a recent article which said that standing in the middle of Delhi, we are able to see the Himalayas because of the environment becoming very clean, which has happened many, many decades before. And we are very satisfied that Lexus is also contributing to the society through the self-charging hybrid electric vehicle. And we are also growing equal number of trees to make the customers carbon neutral when they own a Lexus vehicle. And we grow trees in south near Bidadi, and we also grow in Madhya Pradesh and part of Rajasthan. So this kind of contribution to the society, we have got very positive response from our guests. Before we launched Lexus, the hypothesis that we had was 30 to 40% of the guests would be considering the Lexus because it is a responsible luxury and contributing to the environment. But today, the last 3 years data shows that 60 to 70% have mentioned that self-charging hybrid electric vehicle has been one of the major reasons for the purchase of the Lexus vehicle.
With the COVID pandemic and the lockdowns everywhere, do you see a change in consumer behavior now and post-lockdown?
The consumer behavior is moving more towards digital, and our guests are very comfortable interacting through the digital medium. And from Lexus point of view, since we are looking at a human-centric digital experience, Lexus is all about being in people's business. And we always treat amazing guest experience as our core philosophy and anticipating the customer needs, which we call it spirit of Omatanashi. And so from that perspective, we are very confident that we need to provide a digital experience with a human-centric approach at every touch point for our guests. So this is a major shift that we are seeing. And of course, the Lexus is all about interacting with the guest one by one. So we have created experience centers which are very unique in each of the cities, which has got the global element as well as the local element. For example, in Bangalore, the guest experience center has got a theater which actually plays the Mark Levinson system, and it also has an inspiration from the Humpy. So we have guests coming into Bangalore, so experiencing the Mark Levinson and also appreciating the artwork. So similarly in Delhi, we have the inspiration about art, and it's in Luton's Delhi. It is like an art exhibition. So many of our guests have used this space to actually show art to the society. So we see that it's moving more towards a digital experience. But we are confident that once the situation settles down, we will have more guests coming into our guest experience center. So even today, with the kind of confidence that we have given to the guest by focusing on the safety and health aspect, we are still seeing guests coming into the experience centers.
Atmanirbhar policy to promote Make in India. What are your views on that? And also, will you be encouraged to make more locally built products in India going forward? If you can talk about that.
See, the role of Lexus in India is more than actually providing the Lexus product. So it is actually towards contribution to the society and contribution to the environment. So that is why the Lexus range of products is self-charging hybrid electric vehicles. So within 3 years of our launch in India, we announced the local production of ES in January this year. And before we announced, there was a lot of work that gone behind in actually bringing in Made in India project with the ES. So what gave us, our parent company, that confidence is about the skill that is available in India. And towards the government initiative of Skill India, we actually handpicked talented production team members, and we sent them to our mother plant in Kyushu and trained them for a period of 6 months under a master trainer whom we call them as Takumis. And then we have brought in this production. And any future products, as I mentioned, will always look at considering the future potential of India. We stay committed, we will keep evaluating, and that brings in a lot of transparency in the pricing and the product positioning that we have.
Sir, now you spoke about art, and I would want to know if you could share a little detail about what is Lexus Design Awards in India, and especially the 2020.
Lexus contribution to society is one from an environment angle. Another one is also to try and solve the problems that we face in society. So the Lexus Design Award is taken as one of the most important platform to try and find solutions to the various problems faced by our society. So LDAI, the Lexus Design Awards India, is in collaboration with Association of Designers of India, and we have been running this successfully with this collaboration since last 3 years. So what do we do? This is about encouraging good designs which will solve societal problems. So some of the award winners I would like to explain. One of them had actually invented a RAT, which is a remote operated sewage cleaning, because this is to prevent many deaths that happen while involve manual cleaning of sewages. And we also had an award winner which was about ambulatory support, and another one which is about accurate filling of fuel. So this is by encouraging them and how they can actually contribute to solve the issues in the society. So that is how we have been collaborating with the ADI and conducting along with the Pune Design Festival.
So you have spoken about hybrid vehicles, but electric vehicles is something which Mr. Gadkari is always harping on. He says bring electric vehicle. At one point of time, he even said that only electric vehicle by 2030. So I mean, do we see more electric vehicles coming from your portfolio? If yes, I mean, if you can talk about put a timeline to that, which is the electric vehicle that you would like to bring in? The first electric vehicle, you mean that zero emission electric vehicle that you would like to bring into the country?
So Lexus, when we mentioned about Lexus self-charging hybrid electric vehicle, we as an organization are always compliant to the various regulations each and every country needs, for which we need to adhere to. So Lexus self-charging hybrid electric vehicle is part of our Lexus electrified strategy. And currently, considering our country and the infrastructure that we have, we strongly believe that this is the right approach to move towards electrification. Now, recently in Tokyo Motor Show, our Lexus International had displayed the concept car, the LF30, which is a concept car. So we also want to assure you that with the current range of self-charging hybrid electric vehicle, we are moving step towards contributing to the environment, and we will always align to the strategy and the regulations that each country that requires.
The design language of the newer Lexus vehicles, it's very polarizing with the grills and everything. So what is your take on this, and how has the Lexus customers, how have they reacted to this?
I've got a very interesting story to share on the grill and the design element. Actually, many years back, when Akio Toyoda-san was addressing the media, so there was comments from the media saying that Lexus is making boring cars. So Akio Toyoda-san actually nominated himself as the Chief Branding Officer and also the Master Driver for Lexus, and brought in this complete brand transformation of making it very bold. So that is how this bold grille design, as well as the craftsmanship of Lexus, adopted a new transformation. So this has been well received globally as well as in India. And all our guests, as we said, that the hybrid electric, self-charging hybrid electric vehicle is one of the major reasons for purchase because it's responsible luxury. The common reason has also been the design element. So that gives us the confidence that the design language of Lexus with the aggressive, bold design of the grille has been well received by our guests in India.
I'm sure you're aware the government is not in favor of diesel vehicles and they tax it very heavily. So are you of the view that diesel vehicles are polluting and they need to be, they need to be completely eliminated from the entire ecosystem?
From Lexus perspective, we are always having a philosophy of contributing to the environment. That is why we brought in our Lexus range, which is predominantly self-charging hybrid electric vehicles. And we also plant equal number of trees to make it carbon neutral for our guests. From the entire portfolio, we have the LX570, which is the petrol and which we do not have a hybrid in it. But all other models, that is NX, RX, ES, and the LS and LC, are all self-charging hybrid electric vehicles. which has got the petrol as well as the electric motor.
Whenever we talk about reliability, it's always Japanese products which are there. So just tell us, how is the Lexus experience different compared to the German counterparts? Right from buying to owning to actually living with a Lexus product.
Lexus and association with our guest is all about creating amazing guest experience. And it is not about the amazing delivery experience, but it's also about the entire life cycle experience. So I would like to share some of our guest voice in owning and experiencing the Lexus. So from the ownership point of view, many of our guests have most of the luxury vehicles. But when it comes to the Lexus, many of our guests have mentioned that they would love to drive it on their own, saying that it is like the tranquil environment. It's like meditation inside while you're driving this Lexus. And the kind of space that is available in the Lexus vehicles also gives them a feeling that it is an extension of their living room. And some verbatums from our guests, they say that the traffic conditions are very severe in our country and they don't mind spending long hours traveling in the Lexus. So that's the kind of response that we have had. Other than this, there is good feedback about the cost of ownership. Our guests feel that this is one of the biggest factor for also considering the Lexus for having very competitive cost of ownership. The 7 authorized service corners that we mentioned, that 7 dealer partners are also from the Toyota background. So we have a shared workshop bay from the Toyota service facility, which is actually a dedicated space for Lexus with the Lexus launch. And we have exclusively trained Lexus care managers and relationship managers who take care of our guests, which gives them a lot of confidence on the way the cars are being taken care of. So that's the kind of feedback that we have had from our guests.
So, what are your views on leasing as a concept? Because you have been leasing your products in Europe, if I'm not wrong, in US.
So currently, the last 3 years of experience in Lexus, we are definitely seeing that the ownership experience is the topmost priority for our guests and for us also in creating an amazing guest experience for them. And with the changing times, we are always constantly evaluating as per the guest needs. So leasing is one of the options that we are evaluating along with our financial arm, the Lexus Financial Services. And currently, we do not have a product, but I'm sure that we'll have to do whatever the guest wants. So it is not about we wanting to deliver something that we have, but it is always in anticipation of the guest requirements. So that is why we constantly keep interacting with our guests and identify the changing needs. So one of them being the change in the behavior in terms of digital experience. So that is what we are bringing in, the human-centric digital experience at all guest touch points. So from that point of view, we will always evaluate newer avenues to explore and deliver it to our guests.
Other brands, other German brands, luxury brands, even super luxury brands like Lamborghini and everything are seeing traction in tier 2, tier 3 cities, Kanpur, like for example. So what is the situation with Lexus in tier 2 and tier 3 cities?
Currently, the 7 cities that we mentioned, we have the guest experience centers in Delhi, Bombay, and Bangalore. And the 4 cities that we are coming up is Chennai, Hyderabad, Chandigarh, and Kochi. Our evaluation says that these 7 cities contributes to the majority of the luxury car market in India. Apart from that, even though our guest experience centers and authorized service corners are based in these 7 cities, we are exploring the other markets. So currently, if you see that we still have a contribution of 20% outside these 7 cities, which is catered to by the Lexus relationship managers and care managers based out of these 7 cities. So we always keep evaluating and we always take a step-by-step approach in catering to the guest needs and building up the brand. So we are only 3 years since we have come into this market and we are already expanding to 7 cities, and we want to ensure that it's sustainable business for our dealer partner and also taking care of giving amazing guest experience.
So any segment you would like to cater to apart from SUV and all, like compact luxury car, or for example any segment which you think you're serious about going forward? SUVs are already there, sedans are already there, but any other body derivatives?
So we had the sedans, the SUVs. Now we have brought in the luxury coupe, which is the LC500H, which was launched on 31st of January 2020. So we almost have the complete product range except the UX and the IS. So
Okay.
these are all products which are still under study. But currently, we do not have any immediate plans of introduction in the Indian market. So that's as far as the product portfolio.
Okay, and also, sir, is the current duty structure favorable enough, or you think there should be a duty cut which will enhance more sales and all? Your thoughts?
See, currently the CBU model, yes, we are paying higher duties, which is not favorable from a CBU imports point of view. So that was one of the main reason, and also looking at the response that we have received from our guests, and also to be in line with the government initiative of Made in India and Skill India. So we announced the Lexus ES Made in India on 31st of January 2020, and we have received the response has been extremely good so far, and we always study for future local production, and media friends will be the first to know if there are any such plans that will be announced.
Most of the luxury brands have their own in-house pre-owned section, where a buyer who doesn't want to buy a brand new car could actually get the same experience while buying a used car from the same brand with all the security of the service, backup, and etc. So, what is Lexus take on this?
Lexus, we do not have a pre-owned division as yet, but we are studying this and we are closely evaluating because we see that generally the replacement period starts from 3 to 5 years period, and we are doing it on a case-to-case basis with our 7 partners in these 7 cities. But definitely we will evaluate and soon launch a suitable product in expectation of the customer needs.
What is the plan for the next 10 months or 12 months for Lexus?
So the announcement that we made on 31st of January is the locally produced ES. So we have had 45 days of experience, and there are many of our guests who are waiting for the vehicle to be delivered. So which is what we will be doing so since our factory restarted from 2nd of June this month. And we also announced the launch of the LC500H. So that has got good response so far. And also we announced the expansion plan in the 4 cities, which is Chandigarh, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Kochi. So there are no change in our plans. And considering the current challenges, there could be a slight shift on the timelines, but definitely no change in the plans. We will be coming up in these 4 cities. And we are always staying committed from a mid to long term point of view, which is what we see the future for luxury cars in India to grow.